do not know how mad I am right now. I was just scrolling with my friend. He was sharing his screen, right? And he was scrolling through TikTok. He saw that Freddy was decapitated, Jeremy died fighting, Chico was screaming, Freddy was hiding, Foxy was running. And the only things that are close to being true and true are Freddy and Foxy. They were actually both running. Foxy was running, Freddy was hiding. And Chica was crying and weeping with the away her spot a little bit. That's not exactly canon. People think that Cassidy died from getting decapitated also. She did not. Every kid got stabbed to death. None of them got decapitated. None of them got their skin ripped off. None of them got their face ripped off. Nothing like that, dude. The death wasn't that brutal. It was just happening. Now, as Evan did die from freaking Golden Freddy, it makes no sense to say that freaking he died from William Afton. So to anybody that thinks that they died in stupid ways, just know that they all died from being stabbed. Nothing else. Oh my god. I am so mad. If I had to explain the entire FNAF lore, which I might as well do, I will do it. So I'm going to explain most of the deaths. So first was Susie. She was promised a free puppy by William Afton. She went in there and she trusted him, and she thought she was going to get a free puppy. When William Afton saw her, William Afton pulled out a knife. She decided that she was going to start crying. And she was also a little bit hidden from him. And he didn't actually know where she was. And him and her crying and weeping a little bit, not loud though. So basically, after that, I'm pretty sure that the next was Bonnie. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I will explain Bonnie. Now, at first, they were gonna say Bonnie had ran down the hall, which is why he died. But that's actually not true. Bonnie actually was originally gonna be the person that ran from William Afton, and he got stabbed in the process. He appeared in front of him and held a knife out in front of him, and he died. True at first. It is no longer true because they changed it from Foxy. They changed it from Foxy. They changed it from Jeremy or Bonnie to Fritz or Foxy. Now, Jeremy actually also did die. People think that he fought. Now, I don't actually know how he for real died, but people think that he fought William Afton. Now, as that is not true, a bunch of people are saying that is true, and it's kind of canon, but it's not canon to the actual lore. It's canon to a bunch of other things, though, but it's not canon to the actual lore, so. Now, time for freaking Freddy. Freddy was just another person that died from William Afton. He was not, he wasn't decapitated like people think that Cassidy was, or anything like that. He was just hiding, and I guess he was peeking out of the closet, and he got caught by William Afton. And then he got stabbed to death. Now, I don't know whether it was from behind that he got caught, or if it was from in front that he died. But I don't know where he got stabbed from, but I do know that he got stabbed after hiding, or after attempting to hide. I do know that he was attempting to hide right before he died. So as that's all I know about Freddy dying right now, I may figure out more later. And I may figure out more about the animatronics death, specifically Bonnie. I don't know much about his death, so I can't really say that. Now, Golden Freddy. Golden Freddy died just like the others. we don't actually, or I don't actually know what he was doing before he had died. All I do know about it, though, is that he did die. So, I'm pretty sure he died from stabbing, too. He got stabbed by William Afton. They all got stabbed somehow. Now, Cassidy was another victim of William Afton, and not very many people actually know it, and the people that do know it don't really know how to explain it. But if anybody knows it, try your best to explain it in the comments, since I don't really know much about that. And the only thing I can really say about Cassidy dying is that she was stabbed by William Afton. I don't think she was hiding or anything. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that she just talked to William Afton. She was promised that he was going to get a free puppy, and then she died or something. I don't know what she was promised. But in some way, she was tricked into trusting him. So then after that, we have to talk about Evan. A bunch of people are saying that Evan actually got killed by Springtrap. Now, that's not true. It says it in the games itself. He actually got killed by Golden Fredbear, or just Fredbear. I'm going to call him Golden Freddy since that's the older version of Golden Freddy, but now he's decayed. So, Golden Freddy, Evan and Cassidy are supposed to both control, Golden Freddy. Some people say that he's not supposed to. I personally was told that he was supposed to both be controlling it. Now, I don't know if that's true or not, since there's a lot of BS going on right now. I think that since people aren't saying that it's BS, it might actually be true. So, as I can tell right now, what I can tell you right now is that Evan was not killed by Springtrap at all. He was actually killed by Fredbear, and Evan Afton dying is what caused William Afton to start killing. Now, as a bunch of people are saying, no, that's not true. This is what caused William Afton to start killing. It was a mental disorder of some kind. That's not true. He only started getting mad because of his son dying. And it's mostly just because his son died that he started killing. Michael Afton is really worried about that stuff. Springtrap is also apparently getting BS. Now, I've never seen any videos on this, but my friend told me that he saw a video about Springtrap dying from a separate person in a fire. Like, they lit his house on fire. I do not believe that that is true, because it's not. He died in a springlock failure. A bunch of people know that. Almost everybody that knows FNAF should know that, and if you don't, then you're new to the series. And basically, the springlock failure is what happens when water or something wet or something hard activates the spring locks, which are basically a bunch of metal poles and rods and basically sharp objects that will pierce your skin. It's supposed to turn it into an animatronic suit. That's how he killed most of the people. Oh, that's actually how he was supposed to kill the couple kids, but that's not true. He killed them in human form. Now, some of them he probably did kill in the rabbit suit, but I don't know. So, time to talk about the withered animatronics. A bunch of people are saying that the withered animatronics are pictures of how, the animatronics, the withered ones died. Withered animatronics are just the broken down forms of the actual old animatronics, meaning that they're no different than the old ones, where they still have the same spirits and everything, but they were used for parts to make Toy Bonnie, Toy Freddy, Mangle, and stuff like that. Now, as Mangle was originally going to be called Toy Foxy, she ended up being broken because she was a take apart and put back together kind of animatronic. And since they couldn't find any of the pieces for her ever again, they called her the Mangle, because she decided that she wanted to mangle people to get her revenge for people taking her apart. Now, as that's what I think is true, I don't know if that actually is true. That's why she decided that she wanted to mangle people. What I do know is that she had mangled people. She killed them in pretty gruesome ways. Sometimes she would bite them from above. Sometimes she would bite their frontal lobe, stuff like that. Now, as Chica did call the bite of 87, the frontal lobe incident, I'm gonna call it. We're not going to get into that right now, alright? Now People are thinking that, how the withered animatronics look is how they died. People think that Jeremy's face was ripped off. People think that Foxy's ear was ripped off and that his leg skin was taken off. And people think that Cassie was decapitated. None of that is true. They were all killed by stabbing. And the withered animatronics are the exact same from FNAF 1, except they're broken down and used for parts. Now, to talk about the Phantoms. The difference between the Phantoms and the actual animatronics is that they're real animatronics, except they're manifestations. Now, to explain this correctly, I don't exactly know how to explain this, but basically they're actual animatronics, except you're just hallucinating them. They exist, they really do, but they were broken down and stuff a long time ago. They're not actual animatronics, but they are at the same time. It's hard to explain it. They're real animatronics, but they're manifesting. They're kind of like Shadow Bonnie. They're not real, but they're real. Shadow Bonnie is not an actual animatronic. He's a manifestation. So they're manifestation. They're not animatronics, but they're animatronics. They're manifestations. I don't know how to explain it well. And instead of them actually hurting you, they just jump scare you, which is how you can tell that it's a manifestation. If it was to actually kill you, then it would actually not be a manifestation. It would be an actual robot. People are calling them watermelons, and they're calling William Afton William Appleton. That's not true, and I don't know why they're calling them that. I get that it's like a funny joke, but it's really not their name. It's William Afton and the freaking Phantoms. It's hard to explain how all the other animatronics died, such as Mangle. People believe that Mangle is actually an unknown child or a dog. People don't know which one that is, which one's true. We only know who really possesses the 4 main characters. Now, as the timeline of FNAF is insanely out of whack from the games, it doesn't go FNAF 1, FNAF 2, FNAF 3, FNAF 4, FNAF 5. Goes Fredbear's Family Diner to it actually goes FNAF 4 to Fredbear's Family Diner to FNAF 1 into FNAF I don't actually know which FNAF actually, but I just know that the timeline is out of whack from the games. People also are thinking that Jeremy died fighting. And they said that they have proof because he's the first one that kills you in the games or attempts to. Now, as both of those are true, except for the Jeremy dying fighting one, he does kill you first in the game, but that's only because Scott Cawthon had nightmares about him, and he was really aggressive. Looked like he had rotten flesh all over him, and that's why Scott Cawthon decided that he wanted to make him the first one to kill you and the most aggressive to kill you. And one of the main reasons I'm mad about this so much is because you guys are messing it up. Bro, that's not how it goes. FNAF is supposed to be followed by the lore. People are confusing people now. People are to the point that they're saying, oh yeah, Scott Cawthon just tweeted or Scott Cawthon just posted or stuff like this. People are saying that he posted the FNAF lore. He's not. He didn't do stuff like that. And it's not. You guys are mixing it up. Dude, just accept the fact that that's not the FNAF lore. That's not how they died. We don't know really much about the FNAF 4 animatronics and the FNAF 3 animatronics, except for the fact that all of them are phantoms, except for some of them and William Afton. Now, time to explain Charlie. People are thinking that she was chopped up into pieces and shoved in an alleyway. People are getting that messed up because she was cut several times. And she was actually put in an alleyway. But she wasn't actually chopped up into pieces. She was just stabbed a bunch of times in the chest and thrown into an alley. And that's how she died. Hope this helps y'all from the confusion. Bye.